this guy named Andrew Wakefield. He's a disgraced former gastroenterologist from England, and around the 90s, early 90s, mid 90s, there was a lot of parents were looking for excuses for recent autism diagnoses, because autism wasn't commonly diagnosed until, I want to say, around the 80s or even the 90s. And so it was kind of this new thing for a lot of parents, and they're looking for something to blame. And, vaccines came up as maybe we can blame these. And so personal injury lawyers started circling like sharks, and they're like, we need somebody credible to give us the grounds to sue. Right. And so they hired, they would have hired anybody, right? A gastroenterologist. What does that have to do with vaccines or autism or anything like that? Yeah, but doesn't matter. He's a doctor. Any doctor will do. So they bribed him somewhere in the vicinity of £500,000 to pen a fraudulent study. The study was 12 kids, all of whom were clients of this particular injury lawyer, most of which were known to have autism prior to receiving the vaccine, some of which didn't have autism at all. It was a fraudulent study. He fabricated the data, all of that stuff. On top of it being highly unethical, he gave colonoscopies and lumbar punctures to children for no reason. Yeah, so the guy is just like absolute human garbage. Right. But anyway, did this study, published in The Lancet in 1998, was quickly found to be utterly fraudulent, was later retracted by The Lancet once the editors realized it was a fraudulent study. And that is it. That's the one thing, because since then, in direct response to the public fervor on this topic, many, many, many studies and meta-analyses have been performed to prove conclusively that autism cannot be caused by vaccines. Certainly that there's no correlation, and furthermore, autism is genetic anyway. It's genetic. It's a neurological situation, right? It's brain development in utero, right? It has nothing to do with vaccines or toxins or anything like this. Right. But people still, to this day, nearly 30 years later, are exclusively referencing this one exposed fraudulent Andrew Wakefield study, and he himself is still making the rounds. He kind of has had a resurgence lately. I was actually surprised to see him show up again. Not too surprised, but just in this post-COVID environment where people are very, very receptive to charlatans in this space, he has managed to claw his way out of the depths and become relevant again. So